my God, you guys listen to this tea. Apparently, Kim and her ex are fighting again on social media. Like, seriously, she's posting all these cryptic messages and everyone's saying he's so mad about it. Like, can you believe the drama right now? Oh my God, sit down, shut the door. We need to talk because something wild is happening between Diddy and Trump and nobody's connecting the dots. But there's a straight line, and I mean a direct one, between Maureen Comey's firing Ghislaine Maxwell and, yes, reports that Trump is planning to pardon Diddy. I know it sounds insane, but stay with me. Let's go back to what Maureen Comey said when she got fired, unceremoniously, by the way. She warned us, for decades, the Department of Justice worked without fear or favor. That was the ideal. No fear of repercussions, no bowing to money or political power.
President,
but now,
and no
that
longer has a
era
voice
may
who will
be
pursue
over.
justice for
A
her
new one has
accusation.
arrived, and it
As of the
reeks
taken against Diddy,
corruption. If
no
you
expansion
believe
of
what
the
New York
investigation,
Times, New
no
York Post,
isolation
Deadline,
orders,
and even
no
TISA
equipment
are
access,
reporting,
no
we're
suspension
watching
of
the
attorney
slow-motion
communication.
collapse of the American justice system. And if you've been following this channel, then you already know I broke this story last year that Diddy was seeking a presidential pardon. Check the dates, check the timestamps. I said it 6 months before mainstream media caught on. They called me a liar, said I was clout chasing, said it was just for clicks. But now, Deadline, NYT, every major outlet is echoing exactly what my sources told me. Half a year ago, I told y'all, okay, enough with the I told you so's. But seriously, hit that subscribe button because I really do get the exclusives. I even have an inside scoop on the Ghislaine Maxwell situation, but we'll save that for another video. Anyway, back to the point, a new era is here, one where decisions are made not with integrity, but with fear, or worse, with favoritism. You've heard the rumors by now. Trump is reportedly seriously considering pardoning Diddy, but here's where it gets deeper. According to several reputable outlets, if Judge Aaron grants Diddy bail, Trump's team is planning to pardon him after sentencing. But if bail is denied, the pardon might come immediately before he ever even sees sentencing. Now let me be real with y'all. With Trump, you never truly know what's going to happen until the ink is dry on the paper. He could flip the script at any moment. But let's go back to Maureen Comey again. That whole without fear or favor thing, it hits different now, doesn't it? Just think about this. A judge, a federal judge, weighing whether to keep someone behind bars, and not just anyone. We're talking about a man accused of horrific acts, convicted twice for sex-related crimes, and with a mountain of disturbing allegations stacking up. But now, apparently, being a serial predator, beating people and manipulating the system is no longer a roadblock as long as you've got money, fame, and friends in high places. That's the new America, I guess. This isn't just about Diddy, but today we are talking about him. Because his crimes, both morally and federally, deserve attention. So picture this. You're that judge. You've denied bail multiple times already. The last time Diddy's team was so confident he'd get out, they had jets on stand. They were planning 4th of July barbecues, like this man was about to touch the sky. And then, boom, denied. Judge Aaron handed Diddy his ass. Now let's zoom in on what happened right after. The lead prosecutor pushing to bury Diddy under the jail, fired, not with a memo, not with warning, fired hard. You're thinking this is just about Ghislaine Maxwell. Nah, it's not a coincidence. That prosecutor was the backbone of the Diddy task force. And look, y'all laughed at us months ago. You called us conspiracy theorists when we laid this all out. But every single thing we said, every prediction, has unfolded exactly in that order. This isn't speculation anymore. It's fact. So was her firing random, or was it strategic? Think about her final words. We cannot let this instill fear in our hearts. We must push forward. At the time, I thought she was rallying the other prosecutors, but now, maybe she was sending a message to the judges, maybe directly to Judge Aaron, because when the President of the United States is whispering about pardons for a man like Diddy, you start to feel the pressure, the kind that makes justice bend. I mean, think about the position this puts Judge Aaron in. If he gives Diddy bail, it sends a clear message: go easy on sentencing. The president is watching, and if he doesn't give bail,
and no
well,
longer
that
has
just
a voice who will
fast-tracks the
pursue
pardon.
justice
Either
for
way,
her
the scales
accusation.
of justice are getting
As of the
tipped.
taken against
That's
Diddy,
not justice
no
without
expansion
fear
of the
or
investigation,
favor.
no
That's fear and
isolation
favor
orders,
controlling
no
every
equipment
move.
access,
And honestly,
no suspension
I
of
don't
attorney
care what
communication.
side of the political fence you're on, Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. If you believe in even a shred of real justice, this should make your skin crawl. Where did all the righteous outrage go? Remember when the country was screaming about putting predators behind bars? Remember when we said no more getting away with it just because you're rich and famous? Yeah, that momentum disappeared real fast the moment it involved someone people liked. Suddenly, folks are turning a blind eye saying, well, maybe we shouldn't rush to judge. What happened to accountability? And is this not exactly what Maureen Comey was warning us about? Am I the only one seeing this train coming straight down the track? Let's rewind to the jury situation. That alone was shade. First, they claimed they were deadlocked, couldn't reach a decision. They go home. Next morning, before they even drop their bags, they suddenly do a full 80, not guilty. Just like that, the charges didn't make sense. The dismissal didn't make sense. And you're telling me they didn't believe the violent distribution allegations, even after watching Diddy on video drag her back to the scene like a maniac? Seriously, now in the middle of all that mess, Diddy's back again demanding bail. And we're just supposed to pretend everything is normal. Listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Diddy, in my opinion, styled himself as the Black Jeffrey Epstein, throwing exclusive parties, playing matchmaker not for romance, but for power. And he did it better than Epstein because he knew how to make it fun. He'd have you chilling with your favorite rapper next to the girl you liked, or guy, and don't worry, according to Mark Curry, they'd get a sip from the special champagne. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Diddy has floated through life without accountability. Every time he should have been stopped, he danced through the cracks. And let's not forget the closing argument from Mark Agnifilo, Diddy's attorney. He called it the best closing of his entire career. And I mean, yeah, if you like sleaze manipulation and defending the indefensible, then sure, gold star for you. Congrats, you made yourself indispensable to the worst kinds of people. But here's the thing, even if you don't believe Diddy was the Black Jeffrey Epstein, maybe you think it's not quite the same. You have to see that something dark and dangerous is playing out here. The connections, the timing, the silence, there's a pattern forming, and that pattern, it's a threat to justice, to truth, to all of us watching this unfold in real time. Remember when I told you that Diddy and his crew were threatening bloggers, trying to silence anyone who spoke up, harassing people, spreading fear, because they needed the streets quiet? They were setting the stage for a pardon, trying to paint him as some misunderstood, remorseful figure, hoping people would forget what he actually did. But now this new layer that if he doesn't get bail, he'll be pardoned sooner, and if he does, he'll just be pardoned after sentencing. This is straight up rigging. It's tipping the scales of justice with the weight of political power. If it's true, then the Department of Justice isn't blind anymore. It's just looking the other way. So what now? What do you think? Drop it in the comments, because this story is far from over. And let me say one last thing. I was the first to report this story 9 months ago. People laughed, called
No
me a
equipment
liar,
access,
said I was
no
crazy.
suspension of
Not
attorney
all of y'all, but
communication.
the ones in the back. And now look, I wish I was wrong. I really do. I knew Diddy was angling for a pardon, but even I didn't expect the President of the United States would take it seriously. And don't get it twisted, I think the reason this is leaking now is strategic. They're testing public reaction. They want to see how loud the outrage is and wear it down over time, so that when Diddy finally walks out of prison, people just shrug and move on. Oh, it's old news. He donated to a charity. He's changed, right? changed. He loves the kids, they'll say. A little too much maybe. He loves the women. Probably his next dating app's tagline, in-house only. Listen, at the end of the day it is what it is, but it shouldn't. This story is still developing, and I've got more coming, including what's really going down with Ghislaine Maxwell and baby that tea, scalding. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.